And finally, if you go to you guys have your packet on you, go to page 26. You guys have seen it before. It's the summary sheet. Make sure you know your summary sheet. Points of concurrency, what's so special about them. Okay. Because if you look at the quiz, other than that centroid question, number 12, I really didn't ask much about what each point does. All right, so I'm going to have to ask that here. There are no constructions. Don't bring your compass because your construction is the take-home. Okay, so I'm not going to quiz you a second time on it. Anything you want to ask out of these? I have a couple problems from your packet I'd like to do with you, but anything you would like to ask out of these 7 topics here? Okay, first go to page 39 in your packet, page 39. At the top of page 39, I've given you some textbook questions to try. And then in your packet, you have, how many questions did I give you guys? 2, 9, 10 questions to try, followed by the answer key to the book and the packet. All right. Can you just do me a favor right now? Because I don't want you guys to worry about it and to spend time and waste time on it. Can you cross out numbers 2 and 3 in the review? There's nothing going to be like 2 and 3 on tomorrow's test. Could you do them? Sure, but I don't want you to waste your time doing them. Okay, first one I am going to do with you today from the packet. I want you to take a look at the indirect proof that's on question 9. I am not going to do this indirect proof with you right now. I just want to make sure you're clear on a point here because it's something we haven't seen when we did the indirect proofs, and I just want to make sure you're okay. Well, first of all, how do I know it's going to be an indirect proof? I got proving something's not happening. And you guys know going into tomorrow, we've done 2 days of it, you got to contradict one of the givens. So look at the 2 givens I've provided. TD is congruent to TS, and the angle TSC is bigger than TDC. Out of those 2, which one do you think we're going to try to contradict here? Mike, what's up?
Angle TSC is bigger than...
Okay, he's absolutely correct. I just wanted to go over this one with you because I want to know how you're going to contradict it. How would you contradict saying that this angle is bigger than the other one? By saying, thank you. A lot of people say, oh, just show it less than. I don't know how to do that. But I can show them, Nick, equal. All right, so you can contradict this by saying that they're equal. And I'll leave that part up to you guys, getting them equal. Okay, I'll leave that up to you. All right, so I just didn't want you to skip over that one. I wanted you to know how to contradict that given. Okay, I'm going to go way back into your packet because I don't know if you guys remember or not. One day, the bell cut me off right before we were going to answer this question. Packet page 29. Which one is, and I changed the directions, the shortest? Okay, which segment is the shortest? And I never finished it. And I want to make sure I finish this one because you're going to see a couple more review questions on this in your packet today. Okay, just to remind everyone what we did, because it's been a while. We found out the remaining angles. Okay, so you guys found, what was DBC again? 57, thank you. And how about BDA? 60. And if you guys are wondering how do we find those, what each triangle, the sum of the angles add up to 180. Okay. The question is, what's the shortest segment in the entire diagram? And I showed you guys, hey, you cannot just pick the smallest angle and say, here's 53, it's across from BD, I'm done. Because we ran into a problem. That's the smallest side in this triangle, but not the entire diagram. So what I had you guys do, I said, hey, how many triangles make up this diagram? And you guys responded by saying 2. And I said, all right, you had triangle ABD, and you had triangle BCD. And what I asked for you guys before we got cut off from the bell was list them each of their sides in shortest to longest. So we took triangle ABD. What's the smallest degree measure in ABD? 58, what side's across from it? AD. Next biggest angle. 60, what's across from the 60? BA or AB. And then what's the longest side then? BD, right? Okay. Let's go to BCD now. What's the smallest angle in BCD? 53. 53 is across from BD. Next biggest angle is 57. That's across from DC. And the biggest side would have been BC. And the question is, what's the shortest? Okay, and I think this is where I got cut off. So everyone ready? Aren't these two the smallest sides in both triangles? So it's a competition now between the two. All right, it's not going to be any other side. It's a competition between these smallest sides. All right, so now, why one over the other then? Well, take a look. BD is the smallest side in triangle BCD, but it cannot be the smallest side in the entire diagram. Anybody see why? Nick? How can BD be the smallest in the entire diagram when it's the largest in that triangle? Aren't there two sides smaller than BD? So there's no chance BD can be the smallest side because it's the largest side in the other triangle. Okay, does everyone see that? So BD is out, meaning I have what as my smallest side? AD. Okay, again, BD cannot be the smallest side if it's the biggest side in the other triangle. No chance. All right? Anything from you guys? Because you can grab a textbook, start with those textbook questions, or go in the packet. It's up to you. Please, though, whoever you're working with, whatever group you're working with, at least one answer key out, please, all right, which is on the back of your packet. All right, make sure you're flipping back and forth, please. All right, let's get going. I'll come around if you need any help. We are working on the packet or the bookwork, not on the take-home section.